Hi, I'm Sam, and this is the first calm day we've had in ages. I really wanted to make a video before Christmas, but we've had snow and then freezing rain and then freezing fog, and then yesterday it was just windy and wet and horrible. So this is the first day and the last day I can do this video before Christmas, so it'll just be a short one. And for once I know what I want to say. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that supports me. I don't think I could have done what I've done over the last couple of years without the support I get in the comments, and it's a really valuable resource for me to know that what I've been going through and what I've been sharing as honestly as I possibly could was met with compassion, and it's just been really important, so thank you. So I think, for the last 2 years I've been sharing this journey, and for the first 18 months I was just grasping, trying to understand what the hell it was that I was going through, because I was really a passenger to the whole process. And then when I realised what it was about, I began to realise, I reached out for some help. And I've had help for the last 4 months, and that really, the last 4 months have been the most difficult of my life, I think, because that's when the healing really began. And that means going into the pain, going towards it and understanding it, finding where it is inside you and feeling it and releasing it. And last week I realised something that was very painful, something I'd shielded myself from for a very long time, all my life really. I'm sure I speak for other people when I say the following, that within me there has always been a cry of anguish, a silent cry. Sometimes it became audible in the form of a scream of rage and frustration against the injustice of everything, but it was always there within me, a cry. And I never knew what that cry was. But in the worst of times, when the false self, the strategy for being in the world, the avatar that represents us, when that is not met with the response desired, you feel pain. And the place to which I retreated in those times of pain was that cry of anguish, because it was the only thing that felt real. It was the only thing that felt real about me, and I didn't know what it was, but I do now. It's the cry of it's the cry of confusion. It's the cry of confusion at betrayal that sits at the core of childhood trauma. The betrayal. And I think we deny that when the caregiver is the abuser. How can you rationalise that? How can you rationalise that simply to survive? I think blaming ourselves is a strange survival mechanism. It's a kind of taking control. If I blame myself, at least I have some control. But that self-blame prevents making contact with that pain, that cry of anguish. Because if we blame ourselves, then our feelings must be wrong. The feelings must be wrong. We must apologise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can I be here? Am I allowed to be here? Do I have a right to life? Because it certainly never felt that I did. So I think for me, my journey was trying to find myself in the false self. The stories and the narratives and the hopes and the desires and the presentation, the request. See this, give me what I need. But in that search for the truth of my being, I found nothing. And that really brought that presentation crashing down. And then what else is there? There is only that cry of anguish. And it is the only thing true. It is the only thing real. It's everything denied, as we were denied a place. We denied ourselves, we denied our feelings. So to return, the passageway of return is through that cry into the self that was denied. And that is a return to innocence. And it is possible. I never thought it was, but it is possible. There is a part, a place to which we can return, and that place is stable, it's pure, it's true. But you must shatter the false self and go into the cry and feel it. Give that cry a voice. So that's what I've been doing. The last couple of months have been very, very difficult. Can you feel the hurt? Can you really feel it? Does anyone really feel? I think it's up to us, the wounded, to feel as deeply as possible. We must, otherwise we can't be here. We're only partially here. So in some sense, the wounding is a gift. Because if we can find the courage to go into the pain, we can be more present, more real, more true, more balanced in all the chaos. And then the certainty, to speak personally, the certainty I was looking for all the time by controlling the world around me, it's just no longer necessary because there is a certainty within myself. There is a stable ground within me. And then everything can just be what it is. So, work in progress, and it's a lifetime's work, but it's beginning now. So where will I be in a year? It's going to be an interesting year next year. I will leave with the following quote from my favourite poet. You must learn one thing. The world was made to be free in. Give up all other worlds, except the one to which you belong. This one. Now. Now is where it happens. Now is where you are. Be here. Not anchored in the past. Not carrying that reality everywhere, sitting behind every thought. But the passageway into the now is through the cry. Be brave. Thank you to everybody that supported me Have a lovely Christmas. And I shall see you in the new year. Bye.